Hi, my name is Andrew Zeller, and today I'm going to be talking about how my management consulting project went. To begin with, I'll start with my client, Catherine. Catherine is a one-woman organization who operates an organization that puts refugees in a place to succeed. She has a full-time job, and she just does this on the side. Originally, she wanted us to look into finding employers that could help her better the refugees in finding sustainable employment, but we thought that was not the case. We determined that she had an employment gap that was caused by outside factors. In order to fix these outside factors, we decided that we were going to create a roadmap for Catherine in which she could give the refugees a direction to go. The roadmap will utilize all free resources and low-cost resources in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, which is where Catherine is based. To begin with, we started with research. Our primary research was a survey that we implemented to the refugees via Catherine. Our secondary research was research that was found via the Virtual Business Information Center, as well as other internet resources. If you can take a look at the slides, you can see the roadmap that we created. That was just a brief summation of the roadmap that we gave Catherine. It represents the language, the skills, credentials, and placement organizations, and all the underlying factors that we thought were contributing to refugees not finding employment. If you can take a look under language, you can see ESL. For ESL, we found English Second Learning classes that were free in the Dallas-Fort Worth area at Dallas Public Libraries, as well as 3 or 4 other different organizations. We found classes that can be taken for free in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that can overcome cultural barriers, and also psychological reasoning. We found that at a college at University of North Texas, Dallas, there are actually people who give guidance to those that are struggling with mental issues, from refugees to even just regular people in the community. Under skills, we found classes that help with interpersonal skills, soft skills, and computer skills, and those can be utilized by the refugees in order to better themselves to find employment. Credentials, we found basically what we did was we broke down each section, whether they actually have previous experience and have previous credentials. We looked into how they can be transferred, how you can start at a lower level and work up in the industry that you wish to work in. And we also found that GEDs are very affordable and only cost around $34 to obtain your GED. And community college doesn't actually need a GED or high school diploma. And we provided Catherine with that information where refugees can go to get their GEDs or to find community colleges if they want to continue their education. As far as placement organizations, we actually found 3 different placement organizations that Catherine can utilize that actually place refugees into the workforce. If she uses she could use any 3 of these for any refugee to find them employment, which is very important. And it basically is her ultimate goal to find them employment, and those are the 3 essential things in the roadmap that are going to allow Catherine to find jobs for these refugees. Evaluations and recommendations, evaluations of the recommendations that we made, it was the best recommendations that we thought were possible within the time frame that our group was allotted for the class. So we worked as hard as we could in order to make the roadmap the most important and useful tool for Catherine. But we feel that we came up with a roadmap that is going to be very beneficial for Catherine, and it's a resource that is universal between all the refugees, so she can use it for any of the refugees that are in her care. Evaluation of the client. Working with the client was rather difficult because this was a secondary job for her. This wasn't her full-time job, so we had to operate around her work schedule, which made it difficult for us. But we worked out time where we were able to contact her and get to know her, talk about the survey, talk about how things were going, and basically communicate if we were on the right track and what we were doing, if it was going to help her or not. It was also difficult because we were unable to meet with her in person, so we weren't actually able to meet the refugees and see what they were actually going through. We just had to go through what she said, so we didn't have another point of view, so we just had her point of view. This was an obstacle that we had to overcome just by getting as much information out of Catherine in our primary research, but ultimately in the end, we were able to be successful and give Catherine a deliverable that is going to make her happy and lots of lives happy as far from a refugee standpoint. So we think that that roadmap is going to get a lot of people jobs, and we think we succeeded.